Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Ask the Lawyer. I'm your host, Brenda Teal, here to answer your legal questions today are personal injury attorneys Manuel Green and Jeff Benton. They're from the Rad Law Firm. Just call the number that you see in your screen. The number is 888-887-9521. If you've got a question, you've got to call 888-887-9521 or email your question to askthelawyer@radlawfirm.com. We were talking during the break a little bit about this uninsured motorist policy. Not everyone has it, right?
Right, Brenda, and this was a very good point brought up during the break that the viewers should know about. In Texas, there is a state law that mandates every insurance policy. So if you have a car and you buy insurance, every insurance policy should have uninsured motorist. However, insurance companies want to save money and they want to get out of selling these type of policies. So they have figured out a way, what they call a specific rejection, for their insurers to come in and say, I only want liability. But a lot of people buy these insurance policies not knowing what they're buying. So the whole point is be very careful about what you're buying. You want to make sure that you have uninsured motorists because about 80% of the vehicles on the road are insured and 20% of them are not. So if you count 5 cars, 1 out of 5 doesn't have insurance. This is a question on the show that comes up a lot. So we want to make sure they're protected. And how do you get protected? You buy uninsured motorist coverage.
All right, Jeff, you wanted to add something here?
The only thing I was going to mention is that I had a couple friends, I looked over their insurance policy because I wanted to make sure they had enough coverage. The minimum amount you can buy on a liability policy for bodily injury is $30,000 worth of coverage in Texas. Some people elect to increase that liability coverage to $100,000 or $200,000 per person. And I had some friends who went and they increased their liability limits, but the insurance company didn't increase their uninsured, underinsured. So if they were in an accident with an uninsured driver, they only had $30,000 to cover them when really they intended to buy $100,000 worth of coverage. So it's really important that you look over your policy and see what kind of limits you have.
All right.
And Brenda, you know, as an extra, you know, we do this a lot. If clients want to call in and email us and say, this is the type of insurance I'm thinking about buying, we don't have any problem responding to those type of emails. So insurance is a complicated issue, and if for some reason, you know, somebody's trying to buy an insurance policy because they want to protect their family and they don't know what to do, shoot us an email. askthelawyer@radlawfirm.com. We'd be happy to kind of talk about that over email.
You don't want to wait to need a lawyer to find out that you're underinsured.
Right.
So go ahead and make that call now. The number to get you to the law firm is the same one you can call to get to the show. It's 888-887-9521. Okay, we've got a question now from Deborah in Midlothian. Go ahead, Deborah.
Hi, my name is Deborah, and I have a question to ask. My mother-in-law fell they dropped her in a nursing home in Mississippi, and she only had one leg, and it got fractured. She never got well. She died a little bit later. We did get an attorney, but we never heard anything from the attorney about what's going on. A couple of times my husband called him, and he says, well, you know, we're still investigating. And this is going on 3 years now. So what do we do?
All right, thank you for your call. What can she do? Is that a case where she may have gotten a lawyer in Mississippi where Mom was, but she could have gotten one right here, too, and have closer contact with that person?
Could be. I think she ought to try and schedule a meeting with that lawyer. I'm not sure what other solution there would be. But some of these cases in Texas, when you have a case like this against a medical provider, it's a medical malpractice case, you have to get an expert report, you have to order medical records. There is a significant investigation that has to take place, so it very well could be that's what's going on right now.
But
if it's been a period of years, that sounds a little too long to me.
Yeah, we need to work on the communication skills, you know, for that attorney.
She's got 2 problems there. The one is the communication or lack of communication with the other lawyer, and then the other issue is, you know, to clear up I handle cases all over the country. When is it important to handle the case in Dallas with a lawyer in Dallas? If you need help here, you personally, then I can help you. But if my mom gets hurt in Mississippi and my mom is in Mississippi, well, really, that's more of probably a case for a lawyer in Mississippi, right? Because the actual client is her mom, and she's in Mississippi, and the case happened in Mississippi. So that's the distinction.
And she may also be concerned whether or not she can withdraw from that attorney.
Right. But
how difficult is that?
It's not difficult, but at this point, it's been so many years that you wouldn't want to reinvent the wheel. But I think Jeff kind of hit this right perfectly. They need to schedule an appointment with that lawyer.
Okay.
Or just go knock on the door.
Okay, very good. 888-887-9521 is the number to call. Phone lines are open right now. If you're not able to get through right away, though, please keep trying. Donna from Irving is with us now. Go ahead, Donna.
I'm calling because I want to ask a question. I barely tapped a lady in a car accident, but she said she was okay. Well, the thing about it is that when we went to court, because she didn't want to settle for $500, and they tried to offer her $1,000, she didn't want to take it. We went to court, and how about I see the lady there, and it wasn't even the lady in the courtroom, the lady that was in the wreck. That was not even her. It was fraud. So what do you do about something like that when somebody commits fraud? Can you sue them?
All right, thank you for your phone call. Can she sue?
You can certainly sue for fraud. I don't know if that's the best course of action on something like that. She needs to talk to her attorney and try and figure out what's going on. In the course of a normal case, we take depositions, which is where we sit down and ask the other party some questions. And I try and have all my clients at that deposition so they see the other driver. And hopefully it's revealed at that point that it's the wrong person and there's fraud going on, and not at trial.
Isn't that more criminal?
That's absolutely criminal if somebody wasn't really injured and they're claiming they were.
But that's definitely something she's got to communicate with her lawyer about. So when you're at fault in an accident, again, we go back to insurance. They have insurance. That insurance company hires them a lawyer. He or she had a lawyer, right? Because her insurance company hired her a lawyer. That's a conversation she's got to have with her insurance defense lawyer. And then the insurance companies know how to take care of this.
Okay, 888-887-9521. Again, that number is 888-887-9521. We're going to take a quick break, and you know what? Come right back. Stay with us.